Let's get this thing going.
Check 1, 2.
The Hip Hop Study Hall podcast with DJ Eakin starts now.
About hip hop.
Your man DJ Eakin, Tampa's most connected DJ. Of course, it's a lot going on today. Got my man Carlos Scott, PR extraordinaire, going to be on the pod later on. But first, I had to invite this dude here. And I invited you for a couple of reasons. For one, because I think that you are one of the dopest that I see at what you do. I do. I give you that. Like as I watch you, how you move around the space of an on-air talent, of an entrepreneur, dude who moves his own way, and somebody that to me, when you open your mouth on subjects, I feel like more often than not, a good 92% of the time, because 8% I gotta disagree maybe with some things, just because that's what I gotta do. I feel like you on the money, at least knowing about the subject, man. My man Ian Beckles, it's 95.3 WDAE. What's the times every day?
3 to 7.
3 to 7.
Yeah, and
right.
620 on your AM dial.
620 on your AM dial. And one of the biggest things that I want to make a point of here, because what we try to do here at Hip Hop Study Hall is get people who have been involved in some sort of the culture, some sort of been involved in what I want to talk about. And you are a former NFL pro, Tampa Bay Buccaneer.
I am.
Right. So some of the things that are top of mind, in the beginning of the pod, every week I start with these things that are like news. Okay. And the majority of them, Jason will tell you, I just be like, we're not talking about that. We're not talking about that. But this week, the news kind of hit me a little different because a lot of it involves sports. So I hit you yesterday. I was like, yo, Ian, before I drop this pod, man, can I get you to come on? Because some things that to me are hot buttons right now. Right. And let's just start with something that hit the news today. Is really big. And this dude is like super big in the NFL. Aaron Rodgers comes out. He is positive for COVID, right? That's the biggest part of the story. First, that was the biggest part of the story first. The other part that really made it a big story was because the NFL is pushing this whole, they want the players to get vaccinated. And if you are not vaccinated, there's a certain protocol that you're supposed to be going through, like wearing your mask at press conferences, wearing your mask on the sideline. Aaron Rodgers' thing never said he was vaccinated, if I'm not mistaken. The words he used was, I am immunized.
Immunized.
Right? Before I get any further into the story, give me your take on that part so far. Like, he's immunized. Nobody, because shouldn't the Packers be, they should know this stuff, right?
Well, everybody knows it, first of all, because it's really, you can look it up if you want to, okay? Gotcha. Actually, the teams can look it up. I don't believe the public can.
Yeah, I think it's not a public thing. I think the NFL has not said it's not a public thing. But from what I understand is if you track this stuff enough, you can narrow it down to who actually is vaccinated and who's not.
It wouldn't be hard. And they have to tell you what teams have certain percentages because certain teams have different rules. So, I know the Buccaneers are 100%, so you don't have to worry about anybody over there. But I don't know if even other teammates know because that's none of their business, okay? That's private. So if the team finds out there's 2 players that didn't get vaccinated, I don't even believe that the team's allowed to say who those 2 players are. So it's one of those things where, Aaron Rodgers, he kind of didn't lie, but if you've just been watching Aaron Rodgers in the whole offseason, he don't really care for too many people but himself. That's just real, okay? People can say what they want about Aaron Rodgers. You can still be a fan, but I do know this. When you hold your organization hostage the whole offseason, I don't want to play there. I'll never play there. And he didn't actually say that, but he should have. He should have said that. He already talked down in GM. And this is another thing. Aaron Rodgers came back, talked down the organization while he's still there. Who has ever done that in the history of sports? You're going to talk down he said his own organization treats players terribly while you're still there. I don't know why he's even has a Packer jersey on. I really don't. But I'm not surprised at none of this because clearly to me, this is what I see. I see Aaron Rodgers as being stronger than the whole Green Bay Packers organization because right now he has them hostage because he's that good. But they can't tell him nothing. They can't tell him nothing.
Now, those are all good points. But if we're talking about the COVID part, right?
Yeah.
isn't there still, him being Aaron Rodgers, I know Roger Goodell don't think that he's bigger than the league, even no matter what Green Bay thinks.
Okay.
Now, isn't there still a certain protocol that he himself should be following and the team holding him accountable for if he's an unvaccinated player?
Every team is responsible for their own teams. Okay, so it's really not a Roger Goodell thing. It's
Gotcha.
a Green Bay Packer thing.
Gotcha.
So the Green Bay Packers knew he was not vaccinated. That's on them to make sure he has a mask on the meetings, which he was supposed to do.
Right.
On the sideline. When he goes out on away trips, he can't leave the hotel. You think he left the hotel? What do you think?
I think he did whatever he wanted to do.
Thank you, that one. Okay, so nobody's telling Aaron Rodgers nothing. He is stronger than the organization right now. I mean, the man just talked bad about everybody, just walked back in, and everybody let him back in like he's part of the organization now. Come on, man. That's never happened before. Come on, dog. That back when I played,
right,
it wasn't happening. It's either you in, you out. You can't be out the whole offseason, talk bad about folks, and just step back in the huddle and you with us. That don't work like that, man. It don't work like that anywhere, especially on an NFL football field.
So, being a former player,
yeah,
why haven't any of them said anything, you think, because of how good he is and they don't have anybody that can, like, if they had like a competing situation, right? Like, say they had a situation that was really close, like another quarterback, but maybe they just drafted a guy who they believed in the first round. Maybe it was even late in the first round. You think that he'd be able to get away with this kind of stuff that he's doing?
First of all, I played 9 years, went to 11 training camps, went to a lot of locker rooms. You mind your business.
Okay.
First and foremost, mind your business. Okay. So what's happening in Aaron's locker, I can't really deal with that. Because
Gotcha.
Ian's locker got a lot of stuff going on. This week, I'm blocking Reggie White or whatever. I can't really worry about Aaron and what he got on. That's Aaron's thing. Once again, just think about how strong Aaron Rodgers is, how powerful he is. If you question him, who are you? Who are you? What's your name? How many people on that team are good enough to question Aaron Rodgers and stay? Can I give you a bad idea? Question the quarterback. Go ahead on. You're better off questioning the coach. If you question the quarterback, what do you got to go?
Right.
And how good is Aaron?
Especially if you're on offense, too. If you happen to be one of the receivers.
Anywhere.
But what if you...
It's the quarterback. Don't do it. Don't question the quarterback. Don't do it. No way.
I know you're trying to get it, all the latest and greatest content from Hip Hop Study Hall, right? You trying to get your hands on that? It's DJ Eakin, man. Don't forget, hit that subscribe button, all right? Get the alerts. Hit that subscribe button now.